Hi, welcome back to On the Record. I'm here today with Stuart Crawford, who I've known for years, but his name of the company has changed a few times. So, Stuart, I'm going to let you start off by saying, what's the name? Altruistic, right?
Ulistic.
Ulistic.
Yeah.
And so Stuart is in the, when I met him, he was pretty much known as a super VAR and doing a little bit of everything. And now he's kind of settled down into a new space. Tell us what you're doing.
Thanks, Robert. Ulistic's all about social media, online marketing, helping VARs and MSPs be found on the internet. So we're using search engine optimization strategies, and what the customers are searching for their product and services, and what they have to offer the marketplace, we can help them be found.
So you're helping them. Are you also helping them to help their customers?
Actually, we do have a reseller program, so they can sign up online and become a reseller and take all the services that we offer and actually offer that to their customers as well.
And is it something that the channel's gravitating to, or is it a hard sell?
I think it's still a little early. The VARs and MSPs who understand the importance of search engine optimization and online marketing are definitely understanding and recommending it to their clients. I still think it's very much early days, and it's going to mature as we move on. It's just like managed services was 10 years ago.
I would agree with that. I think there's some type of people are trying it out. They do a little Google ad here, or a little Google ad there, or they go on Facebook and they invite their 3 best friends and then say, "Oh, well, I'm doing social marketing."
Yeah.
But they're not really taking advantage of what you can do in the social marketing.
That's right.
And search engine optimization, well, it's just a whole other thing on its own. It's like basically you want to have you can have a sign up on your building and hope that people drive by, or you can have a sign up that goes out to everybody who wants your services. And
that's correct.
So how do you, I don't even know if you know the answer to this, but how does search engine optimization actually work?
So search engine optimization works by finding out what keywords and phrases people are actually searching for when they go to Google or Microsoft Bing or Yahoo, whatever search engine they like to use, and whatever they type into their search box. So a lot of times managed service providers or VARs will type in computer reseller or managed service provider. But in reality, that's not what the people are searching for to find them. They're typing in things like computer support or computer help desk, or if I have a particular piece of equipment, they're looking for support around that piece of equipment. So we help the VARs and MSPs understand how people are searching for their information and position them, not necessarily just for getting one placement on the first page of the search engines, but multiple places, multiple showings on the first page. And that that gives them instant credibility.
Oh, so you're the type of guy that when I go on to Google and I look for something, and then I come up with 28 of the same people, it's your fault.
That's right, it's our fault, yeah.
Gee, I've been looking for who's doing that because it just drives me crazy. However, that being said, it really does bother me that I get so many of them. How can you do that for me?
it just, come and we'll talk afterwards, and we can definitely figure out a strategy for you.
Because, the reality is, if I'm on 6 of the top 10, that they list, then it's really hard for my competitors to get seen. Because, assuming that they like me, they're not going to go down that list.
Well, I have a formula that I share with all my clients. It's frequency plus visibility equals credibility. So the more times you're being seen, there's this instant credibility that's automatically assumed by the client. So there's a higher conversion for those type of VARs and MSPs or businesses out there who understand the importance of having multiple placements on the first page of the search results.
Yeah. So let's move away from the search results, because I think that's basically more a service that you can provide for them. Whereas the whole social media thing is just phenomenal what's going on with it. I know that if I take this clip and I put it onto my website and I send it off just to my LinkedIn or actually I don't even have to do that now. I can just put it on my Twitter, and it'll go to my Twitter account, it goes to my Facebook account, it goes to my LinkedIn account. I don't know how it does that, but I don't really care. But I'll get, within minutes, I'll get a couple hundred hits.
That's right,
and and now I'm just using two social media sites. Do you consider Twitter social media? I guess it is.
It's all lumped into that same family of products.
Yeah. So how? Okay. So that's really from my end, and we'll talk about me just as an example because I am somebody who spends a fair amount of time doing social media, but I'm only just touching the basics. So I use it every time I write an article or do an interview or anything like that. I put it onto Twitter with the URL. That's the only thing I do really on it, other than I run the LinkedIn.
You have a LinkedIn group,
which has about 2,600 people. Who are trying to actually make sense of how do you make that useful for those people. Trying to. And it's difficult. Like I'm not joking when I say trying. It's really difficult.
I'm a member of it, so I know exactly what it's like. Probably a source of some of that difficulty for you too some days.
No more than anybody else. In person you are, but no, I'm sorry. So what would be the next logical steps? Because I imagine that there's a whole bunch of people who are even a step or two below me who want to get into this social media but don't know how. So real quickly, what should they do?
Well, social media for a guy like you who's more of an influencer in the community, people automatically follow you because they want to see what you're going to do, who you're going to interview, who you're going to have on, write about, and those type of things. So as an influencer, you definitely have a role where people are going to start following. So social media is a powerful tool for you, and that's no surprise you have 200 hits in a matter of seconds after you put a video on. In the real world, for the MSPs of ours, those people out there, there's not that level of return immediately. But there's nothing stopping them from being an influencer in the community when it comes to all things technology. So even if they're the smallest town or the biggest city, they can actually play a role by being an influencer, and then thus in turning people, driving people to their website, where the ultimate goal is to convert those visitors to active prospects for their business. And that's what social media, when used properly, can really do. It's about driving qualified opportunities back to their main website.
So if they want to get a hold of you, what do they do?
You can look us up online, Ulistic, ULISTIC.com, or phone me at 403-775-2205.
Okay, and I have to tell people, because I don't usually compliment Stuart because I know him too well, but the way I met him was on social media, and I just kept saying, like, this guy keeps coming up and up and up. Everywhere I go, he's there through the social media. And at some point I reached out and said, okay, what the heck is it that you really do, and how do we work together? And you've done a great job of getting your name out there. At first I thought it was stupid, to be honest. Like, it just seemed like, okay, what does he want this for? And as you start thinking it through, and you do, when you first begin, you feel like this is like just doesn't really make sense. It's a weird feeling. Like, it's like I'm doing this self-promotion, or what am I doing and why? But at the end of the day, it really can work. Like, I mean, and I think you're probably one of the first people to really make me look into it. So,
it takes a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of work, and one little bit of success makes sense. Then it starts making sense.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.